Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am here today to share with you how I am functionally planning in my A5-ish Hemlock and Oak undated planner. And I just want to start the video off by reminding you that if you enjoy this content, make sure that you subscribe and leave me a thumbs up. I am using the Close to My Heart Peach ink and this alphabet stamp set. I will link it for you below. I'm obsessed with it, and I also really love the colors of ink that the Close to My Heart has, and I also love the packaging. It's amazing. Not only is it beautiful, but the magnetic means that they are not coming apart, and I love it. All right, well, guess what? I screwed up the dates because, of course, I did. I only pay attention, it feels like, about 75%, so I do a pretty good job, and then I always screw something up because I'm just not completely focused on it. So I got a little ahead of myself because there were some 20s, but you know what? It's okay. It's just a week. And so what I did, I used a little bit of correction tape and fixed it. Is it perfect? No. Do I care? Also no. So I just fixed it, and then now I am adding the correct dates. So these stamps, I feel like they're about an inch. I haven't actually measured them, so they could be a little bit smaller, but I really like them. The font is very simple. It's very cute, but it definitely doesn't detract or take away or move the focus from what you want it to the alphabet stamps. So they are adorable, but not the highlight of the page. And so I'm really liking that for this. If you watched my memory planning video, you saw that I used them for dating that as well. And I just couldn't help myself. I had to use them again. So that's where we're at and why I use them here. The same was true for the peach color as well. I also used the peach ink in that video, and I absolutely loved it, and so I wanted to use it again. And since I am trying to keep this mostly neutral, I mean, obviously we all know I just did a rainbow week a couple weeks ago, so it's not completely neutral, but I like it. Okay, so here's problem number 2. I am stamping across the top the days of the week that I have work emails to send. And so, for example, I stamped email. The ton stamp sets are fabulous. There are all the words included that I need. But I get in my own head about getting these lined up and wanting them to be perfect for, just having them be really ultra functional and lined up and wonderful, but I totally get in my own head about it. So then I can't line them up because I'm overthinking it. This is not a concept that is normal for me, and so that's why I think I really struggle with it, because I don't know how to overthink, like, rah! So some of these get screwed up. So when I started with the first line, which I think is video, I was just going to leave the screwed up ones and say, to heck with it, next week I'll do better. And then it just kept it happened again during schedule, and I couldn't decide what to do. Do I leave it? Because it doesn't really bother me that much. But I also felt like, well, maybe I should try to be better. Like maybe I should try to do better. Because I can do better. So what I decided to do was break up my pencil, which I use a lot because right before this, I was crazy in my head about it. Like, oh my gosh, I can't get these lined up. I know I'm going to screw them up. And so the pencil makes it so much easier. Then I can see through the clear blocks where I want it to be. And then it went through like boom, 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 boom. It was so easy. I couldn't believe it. So going forward, I will absolutely be drawing the pencil lines and just stamping them like that. And that's why I went back and I just did use the correction tape, even though I don't love how correction tape looks, but this is 10 times easier. I can see it so much better. And in fact, it's actually faster because I'm not sitting there second guessing where to put the ink pad, which again, I know sounds absolutely crazy. Well, it sounds crazy for me. It may not be for you. Overthinking is not something that I regularly do, and I think that's probably pretty apparent in most of my projects. All right, so now I have finished. I go through and I add the emails, I add the videos that I'm going to post here on my YouTube channel. I do my daily schedule just so I know how much time to allot for certain tasks, like, oh, I'm going to have this doctor's appointment or whatever, so I'm not going to be working from, 10 to 12, or you know what I mean. And then I also do my Instagram posts just so I can keep them sort of straight in my head, but obviously not in my head, obviously in my planner. And then I also do due dates for my projects. And then I have a little section for next week that I can just keep in the back of my mind what's going to be coming up that's due next week. So that has seemed to work out really well for me. It helps me keep track of all of the things. And just having a couple of little pops of color, and like this peach, I used it for the next week, and then I will also use it for the little bullet points under the video and post, which are also included in this stamp set. They look like a little Instagram icon and then a little video, and they just add that pop of color and then also create a, like I said, a little bullet point. And I love it. And I'm really loving this peach color. I need to definitely try it again. It's really fun to use, and it just as pretty, but very neutral all at the same time. So I'm still using the gray clean color dot marker. It just works really well. It matches with basically everything. So it is easy to use. And now I am writing in the projects that I have due for next week, so then I can move on to the next things. I don't fill in the videos and I don't fill in the posts ahead of time because sometimes things pop up. I keep those closer to the date as they happen, just because, like I said, sometimes things pop up, sometimes things don't get done, sometimes I'm just not exactly sure, and I like to be a little bit more casual about it. And I could absolutely plan these things on scheduling apps. I use them for my work, so I'm well acquainted with those. However, I like to do it on paper for this because we all know we all use electronics for so many things. I'd like to not use electronics when possible and go analog because it's kind of fun. This week feels light in the schedule department, which I'm not sad about, to be perfectly honest. I'm actually pretty happy about it. It's felt like a really busy month, and so to just have a little bit lighter of a schedule and some more time to do work sounds amazing. I absolutely love that, and I love the creating content for you as well. All right, so now I'm just going to use the Glitterly Life plans, a couple of little items to decorate, and then I'll go back and I will erase those pencil lines that I wrote in. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.